wow, it's over. Oh no. It's the last one. Oh wow. Oh no.
We gotta get out of here.
We
So
gotta get out. We gotta get out of here.
we gotta get out
It's
of
the
here.
last one. We gotta get out of it. I've been stuck in this mansion for 10 days, and I didn't quit like Claire
And
and
Jill.
Jill. I've been stuck in here. This is my last clean shirt. I need to get out.
I got to get
Oh,
out.
crazy. I need some wine. Anyway. Hi, hello. Welcome to the Cup TV, part of the Currently Unnamed Podcast Network, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay, and I have the tea. Ooh, I'm drinking some tea in my beautiful pink flamingo mug here today. The glare is not letting me show off just the beautiful mug here. And yeah. I'm so used to doing the other sponsorship plug thing, but I will allow someone else to do it because she usually does it. So yeah, that's all.
That she would be me, and I
Correct.
am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Her, I am drinking on a oldie but goodie. Strawberry Sunkist is back.
Ah,
She's
how I've missed
back.
her.
Missed her too. Delicious. I got her, and I also got my cup mug because it's the most important thing, and that gives us a panel for the cup mugs, a panel for cup mugs. Beer, beer, beer. We got to get out. Ow. That's the addition we're in. And you can
Indeed.
get your cup mug or any of our beautiful cup merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. So there are no excuses. Get your cup merch. Period.
And we are here with the final installment of the Got to Get Out series here on the Cup TV. We're talking about the last 2 episodes of Got to Get Out on Hulu. If you did not check out our coverage of the first 6 episodes, go check that out. That's going to be on the channel here. There's a playlist. Go check it out. So you don't get spoilers, but also go watch the show. It's fun. Like it's a lot of fun. Cool format, great host. He's nice to look at. There's some attractive men on this show. So go check it out. But we're going to talk about the last 2 episodes. So before we do that, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things competitive reality TV. And here at the Cup TV and across all 4 channels on the Cup Network, we are on a mission to reach 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. And every new subscriber means that we can do some fun, cute, lovely, and brand new things across all of our channels. So all of your support means the absolute world to us. Thank you very much. And make sure to check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, as well as our other YouTube channels and our Patreon, where we're going to be putting out some fun extra content for you all coming out very soon. So stay tuned for all that. But where we left off in the last episode, Gino, because I ain't calling him anything other than Gino, because to me he's Gino from Big Brother Canada, victim of the gummy bear curse, Gino. Oh, I forgot, Lana. I'm gonna lose you for a second. I'm gonna lose both of us. Actually, we forgot to set that up prior. Where we left off, actually, Stein and Cynthia are gone. 2 annoying white women left, and Gino pulled his hamstring after Santa Susan needed him to run for her. So he needed someone to run for him. And who did he decide to employ, Lana? But former track star Omarosa.
The 50-year-old woman who ain't ran track since high school.
Former track star Omarosa, though.
And that's who you go for. You
Of
don't go
course.
to running back Rashad. No, we don't ask him.
No.
We don't. I mean, well, Yeah, no, you don't ask him. You don't go to MMA fighter Shane.
No.
Nope. Don't go to firefighter Rob.
He ain't a
No.
firefighter, Lana.
Rob is a firefighter or
No, he's a
police.
cop.
Cop. You don't go to cop Rob because he's the firefighter. Gino's the firefighter. You don't go
Yes.
to cop Rob. You don't
You don't go
go
to
to Dancing with the
Dancing with the
Stars.
Stars,
Val
multi-time champion Val
champion Val
Schmirkovsky.
Smirkovsky. No, we don't do that. We go to 50-year-old Omarosa, former track star who ain't
Former tracks.
ran track since high school.
I would trust Denny more to run than
I
would
would trust Janae
Spencer
or
Pratt.
Athena S. Like anybody else.
Right. Okay, can we talk also? Why did no one have Athena S run for them?
Nobody.
Because she was running sprints to that button.
Yep.
Why did Athena S never run?
Athena S was not relevant in this entire season. Let's be honest.
And I mean, that's fine with me. I'm
whatever.
Okay. But yeah, so former track star Omarosa makes her run for it. And she running. Actually,
And
she's more like jogging. She's jogging.
She's jogging.
She's doing the best she can. She's jogging down that driveway, baby. She's jogging down that driveway. And of course, to make matters worse for former track star Omarosa, Athena V finds the window open in the bathroom.
She finds it open, and her dude is like, the window's open, and somebody's out. Just go hit the button.
Hit the button!
Nobody sees her running. They just know somebody's out there, so we go hit the button.
And shocking to everyone I know it's going to be so surprising. Former track star Omarosa is caught.
She didn't make it out. No. I'm beyond shocked. I thought she was gone. I thought she was in the clear.
I thought she was going to make it. I had complete faith in former track star Omarosa, but unfortunately, she did not get out.
Well, Julie.
Well, Julie, how quite fitting for her, actually.
Right.
But yes, Omarosa comes back in, being Omarosa, doing her thing. And we come back in, and it's another round of ticker tape exit strategies. And oh my God, hi, Lindsay.
Where did you come from?
I did mention in episodes 5 and 6 all of the brief moments where we did get to see Lindsay.
We see brief moments, but now she has a storyline.
I was like, it takes until episode 7 for her to get a fucking confessional, and I was like, oh, good, we're in this other yellow room now. Oh, okay. Hello, Lindsay. Hi.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
And we had a whole showmance brewing between Lindsay and Shane. But we didn't know nothing about that because Doodles and Athena V was taking up all the screen time.
It also does actually sound like the Lindsay and Shane showmance brewed like days in. It does sound like it was late. So, they're doing the best they can with the edit. And because of that, they kind of had to show Lindsay at this point.
I mean, they finally gave her an exit strategy, so she might as well be seen.
Yeah, so we have, of the exit strategies and whatnot we get, Lindsay has an exit strategy at the basement hallway at 425,000. Athena V gets an exit strategy in the pool room at 444,000. Lana, does that number sound familiar to you, Lana?
Sounds familiar to me, but like I said, I kind of knew that was a They were trying to bait us into that number.
Oh, 100%. Omarosa has a exit strategy in the green bedroom at 406,000. And Doodles has a kill switch by putting Demi's giant teddy bear in the giant bird cage. And the kill switch will go off for 3 minutes.
But the bear has to stay in there.
It has to stay in the cage. And if it comes out of the cage, then it no longer is a kill switch. And Steve is faking that he has a power. I love him.
I love
I love
it.
it.
I
I
love
love it.
him. I'm here for it.
Uh,
Because this man has been treated like trash since that first day, and nobody wanted to talk to him. Nobody wanted to add him in his plans. Nobody wanted to do nothing with him. He been called Liar Steve from day one, and I'm like, okay, so Steve, if I'm gonna be Liar Steve, I'm gonna be Liar Steve, and I'm gonna do it.
good.
And I
Good.
am not mad at him at all,
Oh, at all. Oh, at all.
at
Lean
all.
into it.
Do it.
They have no clue what powers are and aren't in play. We learned about new powers in episode 8.
Absolutely.
Like, make up your own damn powers. I support it. I appreciate it. And also, if this is a safe space, hi, Steve.
I mean,
Hey,
uh,
hey,
all I know is I
hey.
rocks with Steve. I rocks with
Oh, we
Steve.
fuck with Steve hard
I
here. Yeah,
rocks with Steve because I was
we
like,
rock with
Steve.
Steve.
Steve came to play the game, unlike some other
Absolutely.
people, and I am
Uh huh.
here. I was here to watch people play the game. I'm not here to watch people be
100%.
on vacation for 10 days.
Right. Thank you for playing the game, Steve. Also, you're very nice to look at, Steve. And I appreciate that in game players. Someone who's here
Yeah,
to play the
almost
game and
looking
also
like.
nice to look at.
Yeah, almost
You
looking
know, a
like.
little bit. A little bit.
I'm looking at his picture. And I'm looking at you. I'm like, yeah, almost looking like. You almost gonna be brothers.
No, we can't go into the boyfriend twins epidemic, Lana.
Sorry,
No.
I didn't know that was a thing. But
It
all
is
right.
a thing. More so with like twinks and whatnot, but it does happen amongst, the
Okay.
the bigger and the beefier men in the community. But hey,
Okay.
Steve.
All
Hey.
right.
Anyway, um yeah, so Doodles still enamored.
Mhm.
Also Doodles, hey. He kind of cute too. Doodles goes and immediately tells Athena about his kill switch, but
Mhm.
she's a little guarded. She's like, I don't know.
I don't know
I don't really know about this Doodles anymore.
because you just tried to run and was left me and didn't even tell me, huh?
Okay, yeah, because he got brought in on another
Because he got
plan.
brought in on another plan and you ain't telling him about your plan.
Exactly, girl. Like,
I'm like, you mad at him for following up with a plan that you didn't tell him about? Because if you would have told him about your plan, he would have put his plan with your plan, and y'all plan would have been pretty much better
the
and
plans
actually
would
could have
have
worked.
planned.
And it would have worked. But
Exactly.
you ain't
But
want to tell them your plan, so
no. So they're doing their thing. We get a little bit of like some weird kind of out of nowhere tenseness between Rashad and Rob, because now we're getting towards the end game.
mhm.
Everyone's kind of like, if you don't have an exit strategy, now we're playing defense. The
Defense.
game
Yep.
has now suddenly shifted to, if you don't have an exit strategy, play defense, and at least you're going to get out of here with some money.
Yep. Yeah.
Because now it's like, okay, at least you're gonna go home with like a
Forty-three
little less
thousand.
than, yeah, like it's a little bit less than 50,000 at this
Yeah.
point.
It's like 43,000.
So Rashad and Rob are trying to like lead the defensive packs at this point. And I don't even necessarily like, the edit of this was so weird because it was kind of all of a sudden they're like going at it.
I mean, it was more because uh Rob was trying to distract or and he hit the button. He was in the jail
Mhm,
and he was upset at the fact that he got number one and he hit the button and he's in the jail.
mhm,
But he was talking to Rashad like I don't
mhm,
know. It was just a little, like you said, some tension and some, as I like to call it, put some little bass in his voice. And Rashad was like, "Hold on, homie, watch who you talking to.
mhm,
I ain't the one. Don't talk to me like that." And he was like, "Nah, maybe this was the moment. It just got really tense." And I think with the intensity of, like you said, the end game and all, they Rob is feeling the regret. And I think everything about his moves that he did towards his end game is because of regret of not going for the 112,000 when he got his first
Yeah.
initial uh exit strategy. And so he's very much on the defensive, and it's just like you said, a weird tension, a weird aggressive moment. It's just one of those things that just pop off because they are in that space, they are trapped in there, all just the pressure cooker of it all. So
Mhm.
it came and it went. It was like a little bit of tension and it just left.
Yeah, and from what I understand and from what I've been hearing, there's been some like weird tenseness in this house that we're not seeing. Like there's a lot of things that were apparently cut from this edit. Because this was also filmed like a year ago,
Hmm.
from what I understand. So a lot of things have been cut. A lot of things like we're not seeing a lot of things. So I'm wondering if there was any sort of other fights or like tense moments that we're not seeing.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm
I don't know.
intrigued to know. I'm intrigued if we're going to hear anything from anyone about what we didn't see.
I
I'm
would love to
intrigued.
know that. I would love to know.
Yeah. So obviously Omarosa has an exit strategy.
Yes.
Um and last time she was in on an exit strategy, she kind of barged her way in on an exit strategy.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So why not work with two of the same two people she's worked with before? She
Right.
gonna pull in good old Doodles. She gonna pull in Miss Kim Zolciak, and she said, "Let's get something together." Because obviously Doodles knows nothing about Athena's situation,
No, because she
so
never
he's
tell
like,
him anything.
"I have a kill switch. I need to work with someone because I can't use this kill switch on my own." Omarosa presents the opportunity with an exit strategy. So why not work with Omarosa? They've been good this whole game.
Hmm.
Why not work with? And if I was Doodles, I'm like, in what damn universe am I working with Omarosa and
Omarosa
Kim
and Kim
Zolciak?
Zolciak.
Like, I wish I was Doodles in this moment because it's like, in what damn reality TV universe am I working with these two titans
Right.
of reality TV to escape from a mansion? Like, what is this damn show? And that's
Okay.
what I love the most about this show, honestly. Like, the absurdity of that scene. While Spencer Pratt is hunting you down,
Right. I have a
and Val
question though.
Schmarkovsky is just dancing around you. I love it.
Wild. I do have a question though.
Hmm.
Looking at this cast of people,
Mm-hmm.
who would you want to who would you pick to be in your team if you had an exit strategy?
Ooh, okay.
So if you pick two people, let's say it's
I
a
was gonna say
three-person game.
how many
Yeah,
people? Okay.
a three-person team. So you and two other people. Who would you pick to be in your exit strategy?
Ooh, that's really difficult actually because everyone has strengths, as we saw
Hmm.
in like everyone has strengths.
Hmm.
Um, I would say hmm, immediately because she was really good with the button. She was really good with distracting people. I would actually say Yane.
Hmm.
I really
Hmm.
liked the way Yane was playing the game, even though we didn't get a big edit from her in the show. I did really like the way she was socially navigating everything. I think Yane would be a really good person to have in my corner with an exit strategy.
Hmm.
Um, I wouldn't be able to do the running. So I
Hmm.
would want to be the person probably in the watchtower or in
Hmm.
one of the windows, like doing some diverting and
Hmm.
whatnot. I think I would want Val as my runner, actually.
Mm.
Because he
Okay.
seemed to have the one of the best shots at running.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would say Yane and Val.
Okay.
What about you?
Okay. For me, I would probably, and this was gonna sound really interesting and weird, but I would say Susan in the Watchtower area because she really became that
Yeah.
Watchtower girly and was just there, and people like trusted what she said, and they would
Mhm.
just leave her up there alone for hours and hours.
Yeah.
So I would say Susan, and I would say as my runner, I would have got Rashad
Completely 100%. Yeah. Great
because
choices.
he almost got out of there.
Yeah.
He almost got out of there. And I think if he would have had somebody who was watching the watchtower who was in on it, and then I'm on the button area, I'm around the button area and just like,
Yeah.
or the, keeping protecting the button, I think we could have got him out of there.
Yeah.
I think we could have did it.
I see that for sure.
Yeah.
I see that for sure.
Interesting. Now, now, add one more person to your team. Mm, and I know who I would add.
Who would you add?
Spencer.
I was gonna say Omarosa.
Because if they are in on the plan from the get
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
they will do whatever it
That's
takes
that's
to help you.
exactly what I'm thinking. Is
Yep.
like I want someone with the experience. Like
Yep.
I definitely want someone with the experience of like, and we saw that from both of them. Is like
Yep.
you need someone with a little bit of that knowledge and the like. Yeah, that's exactly
Hmm.
100%.
Yeah. Love that.
Period. Period. Um. Yeah. So we've got yeah, so Omarosa, Doodles, and Kim are working on the their whole situation. Now, why the hell are we putting Doodles in this rat costume?
It's like camouflage. I'm like,
No,
I'm like, yeah, but it'll weigh him down too.
no,
Even when you cut off the tail and all the pink stuff, it's still going to weigh him down. They
no.
should just let him put on his black and keep it running.
But
I don't
then,
know. I don't
but
know.
then we get what might be one of the best reality TV moments of all time. Because Omarosa and Kim are running off with Demi's bear because obviously the bear is part of the kill switch.
Obviously.
And they're hiding the bear. Spencer is aware now that the bear is part of this whole situation. And
Mhm.
Demi, instead of getting involved herself, Demi is like, Spencer, go get my bear.
Go get that
So Spencer
bear.
goes. She's trying to get the bear. And Omarosa decides to bear her entire ass on national television.
Spencer couldn't come in and take that bear. Like I said, if people are willing to do whatever it takes to get out of that house, that's who I want on my team. And Omarosa was like, HR, get up. HR, I'm pulling up my pants. My pants are off. I don't have any pants. HR is like, and Spencer's like, now he's in a place he can't turn around. He can't watch. He gotta get
Nope.
out of there.
Nope.
It all made sense. And I was
She
like,
did what needed to be done here in this
she did.
moment, and I lived.
I lived. I was like, I see you, Omarosa. I
Yeah.
see. Look, cheers to you on that one, because
Yes, ma'am.
I wouldn't have never thought to do that, but
Nope.
it
Nope.
worked.
Well, and even then, Doodles does get out at the what was it, 406,000 that they have.
Hmm.
Um, they're running for, or Doodles is running for it. The kill switch does go off. They put the bear in the cage, but unfortunately, the one rare sighting that we get throughout the entire basically back half of this season of Athena S, she pulls the bear out of the cage for some reason with 15 seconds to spare. Susan, on that watchtower, as she do,
Yes, you
pulls
do.
the switch. They press the button. Doodles fails yet
Yeah.
again.
I feel bad for
And
Doodles. I feel like
I
Doodles should get.
felt so bad for Doodles at this point, man.
I feel like
Like,
Doodles should get $10,000 every time he attempts,
right.
because He attempted more than anybody in that house. So many times.
So much. So much, so much, so much. But now it's time for another Lindsay moment. Oh my god, she's in the
She's
edit
in the episode. We see her.
because she
Big time.
brought him swamp monster costume.
Look here. I wasn't mad at that.
Oh,
I
I'm not mad
actually,
at it in the slightest.
I thought that was brilliant. And she was like, once I found out what the show was about, and it was about sneaking out, I needed to blend in. And I bought camouflage to blend in with what the foliage around me.
Mhm.
And it was a beautiful idea. Beautiful idea. It would have been brilliant if she would have put it on Shane.
Yep. 100%.
Why she decided to run, I have no idea.
Because she wanted control of the money because it was her exit strategy.
Got it. Understood.
Understood completely.
But you got a Shane, an MMA player who trains constantly and runs, and stamina is way bigger than yours. In your back pocket, and who's willing to share everything with you because it wasn't his strategy. He would have been obligated pretty much in his heart.
It literally would have been a cut and paste of the Stein situation with Cynthia.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Which also I did fail to mention, but Lana is very excited about the Stein and Cynthia situation. So we were thrilled about it, but I failed to mention just how thrilled Lana was.
I said I wanted y'all to mention that, but yes, I was so thrilled with Cynthia and Stein. That was my favorite part of this entire show.
Same.
Is seeing Stein get out and then coming back and giving Cynthia her props because that was her exit strategy. And he was just like, I wouldn't have been able to do it without her. And they just, everything about Cynthia and Stein was everything. Look, I know they ain't a couple, but I ship them. I ship Cynthia and Stein. I love them.
I mean, she is a single woman now.
I know. I
don't know if Stein's single, but
I don't know about Stein, but hey. But no, I love them. I'm so glad he did what he did. And he told her, I guarantee you I'm getting out of here.
Yep.
And he did just that. So I love that moment. It's all over TikTok. People are loving it. I'm like, yes, Cynthia. But, and because it's Cynthia. And we saw her on
Celebrity Big Brother.
Celebrity Big Brother. And then we saw her on The Traitors. And it was like, she always is in a good spot. She's always in these good spots, but never gets the win. I love to see her win. I love that we got to see her win. And it was just her being smart and strategic and just sticking around there. But so okay. I won't go there. But I loved it. Loved it.
Loved it.
But yeah, she should have just went with Shane as the runner. And I think it probably would have been better for her. I mean, this time, yeah, it should have been Shane. I think he could have snuck out, and before anybody saw him, he would have been halfway up that driveway.
But instead, we get shirtless Shane in a window, which I wasn't,
I wasn't mad at. I wasn't mad. Like, oh, hey Shane.
Hey. But yeah, so shirtless Shane in the window, in that up top window down the staircase. Athena and Doodles are in that window right where Athena is. So she gets out her window. Athena and Doodles are literally in that window monitoring. She does this like tuck and roll barrel roll. I was like, oh ma'am, okay, you better work, ma'am. All right. So she's like crawling around in her little ghillie suit. They're like cutting around to everybody looking. They're cutting to like Athena and Doodles looking. She's crawling, and then they just cut to Val and Omarosa dancing. And the way that they're just dancing, and then Val just like picks up Omarosa's chin to like eye contact. I was like, oh,
oof. Look, that is how Val teaches. Val's like, you look at me when we dance. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is what I would say. Damn.
Val Schmirkovsky, great casting choice for this show.
Them Smirkowski brothers do it for me. I don't care
I
what you think
oh
about it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh. Hmm.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
But
Um
great choice for this show, though, too.
I'm like,
I
I've
want to
learned so
see more
much about
Val.
Val. So much
Yeah.
personality from Val. I'm like, yay, how
I
fun.
want to see Val on more shows that's not Dancing with the Stars.
I
It just
agree.
really made me
More
interested in
Dancing with the
seeing him.
Stars pros on more shows that are not Dancing with the Stars.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that'd be great.
I hope we get to see more pros on Traders because I loved having,
Max.
I loved having Max on. Like it was so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Where's put Brandon on? Put Brandon
Put
on, please.
Brandon. Put Brit.
Ah, put Brandon.
Oh,
Oh, please.
put Brit and put
Oh,
Emma. Put Emma on there.
Emma's not who I was thinking of. Who had the tall basketball player that won a couple seasons ago?
Danny.
Daniela.
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 Put Daniela on the
Give me
show.
Daniela and all of her spice. I need it.
Or Pasha.
Oh, quite honestly, while we're at it, where's Bruno Tonioli on the Traders?
Bruno would be an entertaining choice on the
Bruno would
Traders.
serve just as fabulous of looks as Ellen
Yes.
Cumming would.
Absolutely.
It would be a
Absolutely.
fashion off between the two of them, and I would live forever. They would get the Emmy
I would
based
love
on
it.
their fashions alone. Like
I
it
would
would be
love it.
incredible. But yes, ultimately, Miss Lindsay does fail.
Yes, she does.
So shocker failure.
Failure.
So Miss Athena decides, oh, I finally, I think I need to trust Doodles with $1,000 left before my
Escape.
exit strategy. Miss Mama,
Miss Ma'am.
you've been in this house for 9 days. Are you gonna try to trust him with $1,000 left in your exit strategy with no plan, no kill switch, no nothing, no one else in your? Oh man, I agreed with Doodles here. I was
did
like,
too.
what? I was like, what the fuck is going on up in
happened
here on this day?
Absolutely. I would have
Like,
been pissed. I would have been so pissed at her. Like, nah, go do it yourself. I'm not worried about it. I'm not even gonna worry about this.
like
$444,000 you just gonna waste away on a whim? Like, I'm gonna just do it.
So he's
What?
in a panic. She's under the assumption that Steve has a button disabler, which doesn't exist.
Mhm.
And then they're scrambling, trying to put a plan together. Spencer is now somehow involved.
Because he caught her.
Because he caught her. Athena S walks by, does not get involved somehow because she is irrelevant to the edit, so whatever. Spencer has now weaseled his way into this plan. Athena decides to run for it, and Spencer immediately is like, nope.
Nope.
I don't
I
blame
want to
him.
split the no. He don't want to split the money with Doodles and Athena and Steve.
I mean, it would have been $111,000, which is more than he would have ultimately got.
Sure, but he didn't. That wasn't his plan, and he got in on the plan because by happenstance. He wasn't sure they actually split it with him in the first place.
Scenarios. Do you think Athena would have split it 4 ways? Because honestly, I do.
I think she would have.
I think
she would have, but I don't think Spencer will believe that she would have.
No, Spencer wouldn't have believed it whatsoever. But I think Athena, based on the situation, would have felt compelled to.
Yeah.
Given that he stumbled into the situation, it's like, oh shit, okay, I guess I have to.
Yeah. I think she would have done it.
Yeah. I think so too. It's still $111,000. So
I would have took it. I would have took it. Thank you.
100%. Yeah. So obviously,
failed.
Oh baby, Doodles is
pissed beyond passivity, honey.
Oh baby.
He like, this is over. And I was like, oh, Doodles just broke up with you, girl. Ooh. Who would have thought Doodles was breaking up with Athena?
Right.
But Doodle said, you cost us $444,000 because you didn't want to tell me about a plan that I could have helped you with, and we could have at least got a better plan out of this. And you decided, nope, that ain't it.
Because with the kill switch, honestly, I think it could have worked.
Think so too. I think so too. But
Because I think if they had gone with the two of them, probably not Steve, but I think if they had a good, like, I don't even know necessarily who else they could have trusted here. Maybe Spencer, honestly.
You see, if Spencer was involved in just the
Yeah,
three, maybe he probably would have caused a distraction for people not to touch
yeah,
that button.
yeah. Put himself in jail, potentially.
Maybe.
Like, put yourself in jail at just the right time where everyone's a little bit distracted. Make a run for it while the lights are still purple.
Right.
Like, if you
Right.
time everything so perfectly, it might have worked. Like, hit the button right before the time, door unlocks, kill switch, she makes a run for it. I think it could have worked.
I think it could have worked too.
And then they split it, what? That would have been like
3-way?
160 each?
Yeah,
140 each? Something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that could have worked.
And if I was Spencer, put myself in jail, grab the bear, put him in with me, say I need company.
Yeah. Demi, I need the bear.
I need company.
Yeah. Or at that point, like, or at that point you recruit someone like Kim. Potentially. Because if you recruit someone like Kim, Kim is close enough with Demi. If you know you need the bear, you recruit someone like Kim, where you can be like, Kim, grab the bear. Put yourself in jail. Do that kind of situation, and then go from there. Like, that's, I also don't think it necessarily a bad idea. But no, actually, Spencer would have been the ideal because Spencer went and rescued the bear. So, yeah, I think Spencer's probably the easier idea because he had just, rescued the bear for Demi. So,
absolutely. I was just took the bear. I'm like, Demi, give me the bear. I gotta go to jail and get company.
Yeah.
And then that would have activated the kill switch.
Yeah.
The lights would have still been purple. Doodles could have been, or if they, I wish she would just let Doodles run, but she wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Could have been off running.
Yep. So
her slow jog too, though.
Right.
I'm running.
I'm running.
I'm running. She didn't even make it to the halfway point.
Girl, Miss Mama.
Miss Ma'am.
I appreciate, at least in this episode, we had women running. And I'm glad to see women running.
Sure. If my name was
this episode all women running?
No. Well, maybe. Yeah, I think so.
We had former track star Omarosa running.
Yep, and then
we had
and then
we had
Athena.
Doodles. We had Doodles. So
Doodles
three
did
of four.
run.
3 of 4. Yes. Okay. Great. We'll take it. At least we had women running.
We did.
We'll take that. But that's where we end off on episode 7. We go to the final episode, and it's the last day. And they're boarding up the windows. Because it's time to go.
With paper. With craft paper.
Baby. Y'all didn't have the budget for wood.
For some wood? Like craft paper?
Craft, where they could easily just see
the little hole, the little slits.
Oh.
Craft paper.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, so this is the last day. It's the last opportunity for exit strategies, kill switches, new twists, all those lovely kinds of things. And to no surprise, all of them are going to people that have already gotten them, because who needs to give things to new and unique people, I guess. So of the exit strategies that we had and the twists and whatnot that we had given out, Spencer received an exit strategy for the blue bedroom at $625,000. Lindsay received a new twist. She gets the locksmith. At $632,000, she can literally just open any lock in the house by saying, "I am the locksmith." And she can get out from any lock, basically. And I think anyone can get out from that lock. Athena gets an open sesame. I'm thrilled that it was not Susan this time. Thank you for giving it to someone that's not Susan. I appreciate it. But her open sesame is at $638,000. And then Doodles gets the 8-ball kill switch. So as long as he grabs the 8-ball off of the pool table, he has a kill switch for 8 minutes, deactivating the watchtower lever. So I like the locksmith twist. Part of me wishes it was a little bit, it was introduced a little bit earlier in the season. I would have liked to see it maybe on like day 4 or day 5, potentially. Maybe it was introduced in an earlier day and we just didn't see it. But I like the twist. I like it for the last day as well, but I would have liked to see it maybe implemented a little bit earlier in the season. But I do like that it's a new twist that we're getting a little bit later. I do like the 8-ball kill switch. I think that's a fun and unique and different twist as well. So we get this conversation with Doodles and Athena. They're kind of reconciling, kind of, sort of. He's, kind of talking through why he got frustrated. She's going back and forth on whether, she can trust him.
I'm over Doodles and Athena.
Put a pin in it. We'll come back to it literally in like 5 seconds. Here's Spencer's big, grand Ocean's 11 all men's plan because he hates women that are not his wife. He's put
Not
together
a bad group.
No, not a bad group at all. He just failed to include Rashad, which he should have done because Rashad would have been the right person. You include Rashad. Why are we not including Rashad?
Because apparently him and Rashad got beef.
Sounds like it.
He was like, Rashad's my biggest threat here. I'm like,
well, what we didn't see?
I don't know. But he said it. He was like, Rashad's my biggest threat in this house. I'm like, well, that's why you add him into the plan.
Right. You give him some money, and then he's not your threat. So he's got Gino, Val, and Rob working with him on this plan because he's got this exit strategy at 625. Ultimately, Val's going to be the one running it. But it fails because Rashad runs it, trips, but hits the button.
Because he sees Val through the slit.
Through the slit.
Through the slit of the craft paper. You just see that blood.
At the end of the day, all you can do is see through the slit of the craft paper.
That's all you got. I think if he would have included Rashad in the plan, Val would have got out because he would just let that blur go. Like, oh,
because what did Rob do successfully? Quickly,
he got Susan to look on the other side instead of at the driveway side.
Okay, what did Gino do successfully? Quickly. Cool, you needed Rashad.
Absolutely, because I'm like, right. What did Gino do?
Yeah. So Spencer fails.
And you know what Gino's job was to do? He was supposed to be in the stairway of the watchtower to stop Susan from going down saying, hit the button.
Hit the button!
But it never happened.
Oh. Well, maybe you needed to put someone on the actual staircase to block Rashad.
Rashad. You get tackled by Rashad.
That would have been so
I would
funny.
have been dying. Like, oh my God. Stop, Rashad. Oh, Rashad would like
Literally.
bowl over him and oh, that would have been hilarious.
That would have been very funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. But that didn't happen.
No, that didn't happen at all.
Back to Lindsay and Shane.
Ooh.
Working with Steve, who has a fake disabler. Again. Drink every time Steve has a fake power that he made up. I live for it.
I mean, yeah.
At the end of the day, all you can do is have a fake disabler.
Mm-hmm.
So Lindsay obviously has her locksmith power. So at 6:32, they're in the kitchen. They go for it.
Yeah.
Thankfully, this time Shane runs it.
Yep.
And still fails.
Because why we fail? Because
it was fake.
It was fake. And they just saw him and was like, "Ooh." And Steve is like, "Oh, well, see what happened when I
What
said
happened was
what happened was when the burner didn't come on until they said hit the button. And by that time it was too late. So it didn't initiate the disabler in time." I'm like,
baby.
You keep lying, Steve. You just keep lying. I love it. You just lie
I love
till
it.
the wheels fall off and let
it.
everybody continue to believe you.
Yep.
And you keep sabotaging every single one of them
Yep.
because you know why? Steve said, "I want to leave here with something."
Yep.
And I ain't leaving here with $800 either. So I'm not gonna
Nope.
let nobody go out of here with $600,000. Not on my watch.
Nope. And I would like to shout out that it was Demi that got the button. Yay, Demi!
She was very happy with that.
She did it! Yay! I was very happy for her as well. All right, we gotta go back to the Doodles and Athena of it all. Because now Doodles is sobbing. Doodles is sobbing.
Doodles is willing to say and do anything to get Athena to put him in this plan.
God.
And he chose, "I'm going to cry." And everybody was
Cry
like,
while standing with her at the button. They're at the button.
Everybody's like, "What's wrong with you? What is happening?
What's going on up in here on this day?
What is happening right now?" And Demi is just like, "This is a train wreck and I shouldn't be watching it, but I cannot turn away. What is happening
Demi.
right
I love
now?"
Demi.
She's like, and so Spencer's like, why are you watching? She's like, "I don't know. I can't. What is happening?" People are asking, "Are you good?" And he's like, "No, I'm not, but I want to be." I was like, Doodles. Nick, you're doing too much now. You doing?
Yeah, no, it ain't even Doodles anymore. Nick, baby, you doing
Nick,
too
baby,
much.
you're doing too much, honey.
You met this woman 10 days ago, baby. I know she's got huge tits, but you doing too much.
You doing way too much. I need you to bring it back in.
You're at a 47 on a 10-point scale. You need to be at like a 4.7.
Yeah. Yeah, you forgot your decimal point.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
A mathematician, maybe she can help you with that.
It was much too much. But she did forgive him eventually. And she was like, "It's fine. Let me tell you what it is." So she gets Steve and Doodles together and they go and meet behind the table and they come up with their plan. And Steve is supposed to disable the button and Doodles is supposed to drop it and get the the kill switch to happen for 8 minutes.
Yep.
8 minutes. And
Yep.
so, and then he's gonna take off from running. That's the plan. They just got the open sesame at the same time. So
Yep.
Athena goes and locks herself in that red bathroom, lock the door. And Doodles is at his window, and Omarosa's like, "Who's in there? Who's in there? Open up! Open the door!" So then everybody's like,
She became Mama Omarosa in that moment. She was like, "Who's in this bathroom?
"Who in this
I
bathroom?
don't know
Open
who's
this
in this
door!"
red bathroom, but somebody's in here."
And then now Shane is like, "They locked the door. They locked the door in the red bathroom. We got somebody trying something.
And
Open
then
the door."
Athena's just against the window, like, "Open sesame, open sesame,
Open
open
sesame,
sesame,
open
open
sesame,
sesame,
open
open
sesame.
sesame, open sesame."
She's like, "I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. Open sesame, open sesame." And so they like trying to see which gate is going to open, which window's going to open. Open sesame, open sesame. And finally, Doodles, his window opens and he takes off running. And good old Steve says, "Not on my watch." Like, how did this happen? We had the kill switch on, even though the kill switch was happening, they took forever to actually leave the window. It was like 1 minute or something with it
Right.
being off. So I'm like, okay. But Steve was like, "Oh, no need for that. We won't need to. I see something." Swoop. He knows the plans and he's sabotaging all of them
Every
because
single
he
one of
was
them.
not going to leave without money. And I say that is the best defense you can have. If you got to lie and make people believe you have this secret power where they're going to come to you with their exit strategy, I'm going to make sure those plans don't happen.
Yep.
Because if I can't walk away with $600,000, nobody's walking away with $600,000.
Yep.
And that's what it was. And
And so
nobody walked away with $600,000.
in the end, they all split the money.
It was kind of anticlimactic, I will
It was
say.
very anticlimactic. So
I was
everybody
hoping
got
one more person.
money.
I was hoping one more person got out.
Yeah, me too. I was hoping there would at least be one more like get out situation.
Mm-hmm.
So all in all, the 16 people that are left each get just under $43,000 each.
Mm-hmm.
$42,996.25 to be exact. So I'm glad that 18 out of 20 people on this cast got money, and none for the 2 quitting bitches.
I mean, I wouldn't call them out of their name like that because I don't do that because I'm a girl's girl, but
I will.
because you're not a girl's girl.
No, I'm
But
neither of those things.
but no, I don't like quitters in games either, so whatever. I won't acknowledge their presence. But I'm very happy for the rest of them that stuck it through
Yes.
for the 10 days to actually get some money. Sure, I would have loved to see somebody else grab a big bag and them have to
Yeah.
work it back up and get at least, I don't know, whatever. But overall, I'm very impressed with this season. I hope they can get a season 2 and come up with the tweaks and things that they need to fix.
I agree.
Because my only issue is that everybody has to run down the same driveway. I wish it was different exits, other places that they can get out,
Right.
because it just seems like all we have to do is have somebody at the wash hour all the time, and you're
Yeah.
going to see that person run down that middle. So it,
Yeah.
it needs to be a little bit more coverage for the people running so we can have more people get out. But I don't know. It was a good concept. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was very sad for all.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Because you left and came
Yes,
back,
I
Lana,
left
and I
and
had
came
to.
back. That is
Yes.
true. But it's fine. It's
As you were
fine.
saying, yes.
But yeah, I I would love to see. I enjoyed the strategy, the concept of this show. I would love to see it again with a few more tweaks. But for a first season, I was here for it. I was set
Yeah.
for all 8 episodes, and I enjoyed all of them.
I definitely agree. I think this is so fun. I would love to see this as a show that does come out on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
I understand, given allegedly there's a lot going on in the background that we don't know about, so I understand all dropping it all at once, and I don't mind it necessarily that way. I think it was a fun watch to just watch all at once.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, I definitely agree with a lot of your tweaks that you mentioned. I wish there were, I would like, as far as improvements go, I would like there to be like several driveways.
Yes.
Like where some of them close at certain times and there's certain like different pathways that you can go down.
Mm-hmm.
It would obviously require a bigger house, a bigger, overall landscape for, the season to be done on.
Mm-hmm.
But for what this season was and the house that they were in and the cast that we had, they did the absolute best with what they could. And I think this format and this concept is so unique. It's so fun. It was so different from anything else I've ever seen as far as competitive reality TV is concerned. And I'd love to play this game. I think this is just so fun.
Yeah. I would love to use my strategic brain and try to figure out, because I'm not going to be the runner. So how do I get in somebody's plan and good graces, and where they trust me enough to actually do that for me and want to, split the money with me.
Totally. But yeah, a couple tweaks here and there, and maybe some fun additions and blocks and things like that. But overall, well done, Hulu.
Good job.
Y'all did some big ones here. It's a great show. So that is that. Forgot to get out.
Yeah.
We're so used to shows going over, a couple weeks at least, but no, we're done.
We're done.
Period. So thank you for joining us for this cute little blip over here on the Cup TV. Forgot to get out. We do have a bunch of shows coming out weekly over here, including but not limited to Survivor 48. I was going to say Australian Survivor, but we literally just finished that. So if you want to check out all of our coverage of that, we just finished that. So check that out. Amazing Race. We've got Challenge All-Stars that we are finishing up as well.
Up. Yeah.
That's
it right now.
And Celebrity Big Brother UK.
Oh yeah, Celebrity Big Brother UK, which is
that's
out right now. Yeah.
All we're currently doing. So
is more shows coming out, and so we will be, summer boot camp or whatever this camp is. Battle Camp on Netflix.
Yeah, we'll be talking about Battle Camp. We'll be talking about Genius UK here soon.
Yes. Love Island Games is coming soon.
Love Island Games, very excited. And lots more fun things on the horizon for the Cup TV, as well as across all 4 of our channels. So if you're not subscribed here and not subscribed across all of our channels, what you doing?
You should do
we're
that.
Fun, we're cute, we do some fun things. Hit the subscribe button here if you have not already. We're trying to hit 1,000 new subscribers across all 4 of our channels. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. Check out the description where you can find the links to all of our other channels, as well as our audio podcasts, our social media, our Patreon, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to Cup Mug. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and we got to get out, Lana.
We got to get out.
We got to get out. We're done. We're done. The show's over. The game's over. We got to get in that stretch limo. We got to get out.
Logan, I got an exit strategy. And I know you got a kill switch.
I do.
So let's get out of here.
We got to get out. It's over 700,000. Actually, it's over 59 minutes. We got to get out.
Get out of here. Cheers.